All right, welcome back to TPC Summerlin. RFID tag distribution are continue to be passed out. We've got almost 300 of them passed out now. We're anticipating that number is going to be about 800, 900, or 1,000 of them. So we still only have about a third of them passed out. Please make sure to stop in the golf shop, the front entrance, the reception desk to make sure that you pick up those RFID tags. Right now we've started to shut the gates on Mondays, as announced about a month ago. We're going to do that through June, so that's an opportunity not only for you to check your RFID tag placement in your car, have us place it for you, come by and make sure that it works. We'll show you what the reader looks like here in just a second. As you come into the entrance, the reader is actually on the passenger side. We'll show you that right here. We're actually looking at the call box. Along with your RFID tags, you'll also get a passcode for your membership that the rest of your family or that you can pass along to guests to use for access once we start transitioning the gates during open days to close, which is going to start at the beginning of July. We will start in July. We will have the gates closed Monday through Thursday. So I'm requesting that everybody gets these tags, get them picked up, so that you're ready for those gates to close. We've been talking about this for a couple months, so you'll have access to the club along with your passcode. Passcode is pound, and then your 4-digit code after that will open up the gates for you. All right, here we are down at the Lifestyle Center. Pool is open Tuesday through Friday. We're open 10 to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday we're open 8 to 6 p.m. First serve is available to come and bring your family and get some beverages and food. Cabanas are available for rental. We've already hosted about 8 parties down here for reservations in advance. So please come down and use the facility and make sure you take advantage of what we have great here at TPC Summerlin. All right, we're here at our kids clubhouse. Kids camp has started. This is the first week, Tuesday through Friday. Drop your kids off here early in the morning, 8:30 to 3. Lots of activities themed every week. This week is Harry Potter. We're getting visited by some kids right now. Look forward to having the children out and taking good care of them this summer. All right, lastly, I want to talk a little bit about summer preparation of the golf course and kind of our agronomy methods. Certainly one of the things we're doing now is aerifying the tees, which is one of those things that because we overseed the tees, helps us with the eradication of the ryegrass and bringing that Bermuda grass healthy. So aerifying and top dressing and allowing that Bermuda grass to get healthy with the pending temperatures that we have coming up, those tees are going to recover very quickly. Another thing that you've noticed out on the golf course is our collar replacement on quite a few holes out there, especially 17, 18, putting green and that type of thing. Remember, the reason why we have that barrier there is that's a barrier between the Bermuda grass to not encroach onto the bent grass greens. So that's one of those things that when too much Bermuda grass has encroached, we want to pull all of that collar sod out, re-sod it with fresh sod so it provides that barrier. For those of you that are interested, our chipping green we've actually planted about a year ago with a turf of actually a Bermuda grass barrier called Tiff Grand. It's one of those things that we're experimenting with to try to take a look at something that maybe plays a little bit lower, that we can mow a little bit lower, play more like a fringe as opposed to a collar, so the transition from the approach to the collar and then to the green is much more level as opposed to maybe sometimes what it is now with the blue ryegrass collar. So collar replacement as well as tee aerification. We're really happy with where the golf course is. One of the best conditioned golf course years that we've ever had on June 1st. The last thing I want to mention is how we're going to control the rough this year. I know there's a lot of comments last year about the way we handled the rough, and basically from a tournament perspective, by the end of August, we need to get the rough very close to 3 inches, okay? For those of you that know or don't know, once our temperatures cool down, that rough stops growing. So really in September, by middle of September, the rough has completely stopped growing. So we try to get to a certain height by the very end of the summer during the growing season. In past years, we've started the summer at 2 inches and have gradually raised it to where we could get to that number at the end of the summer. This year, we're actually going to start it lower, much closer to 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches. So hopefully you've noticed that. We're still going to have a first cut to help those balls that are rolling that way. And we're going to take that 1 3/4 inches all the way until mid-August, to where then we'll just let it grow to get to that number. So hopefully the playing conditions on the rough all the way through summer will be much more to your liking. We'll be able to find golf balls, pace of play will help, and please give me some feedback on that as well. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody watched, got a little bit of information, and we'll be back to you in the next couple weeks.